Let's see. Why are we not live? Why are we not live? Oh, now we are. Okay. Alright. Now let me post the link in my friends' chats, and we'll take a look at those records. Alright, and get chat out. Alright. So week 21. First, we gotta look at week 20. I'm actually interested to see how the records are for these maps. Some of them were quite interesting, to say the least. Especially this one. This first one is probably the best first one we've gotten, maybe ever. So let's take a look at the record here. And follow you. Oh, we lost one. Hold on. There we go. Alright, so it looks like everyone's going for the jump into the water here. And just a really good bounce into the booster. So yeah, this is a very cool map. You get a lot of options, but this is probably the most direct way of getting there. So that makes, a lot of sense. So no secret strat here. Definitely a map where it could have happened, but I guess there was a very clear, direct line. Now this one maybe doesn't have as many options, but we can look. The record's a second and a half ahead of me. Not that I had the cleanest run. Yeah, using the grass to slow down, getting a perfect turnaround, and just right into the finish. Didn't look... I don't know if this person was, just really far behind, or if they took a different line, but I feel like I didn't see them. Let's see. No, just took a wider line for better speed. Makes sense, makes sense. So a cool map. Not super complicated, but very cool map. Now this one. This one's going to be interesting. I did see one strat, and you can see it here. I went down into the water section. I saw you could do like a booster to zip over into the second checkpoint. I imagine that's the fastest way, but I don't know with this map. It could be anything. Yeah, it looks like everybody's going down there, getting the booster, perfect flight, into the wall to bounce, into the finish. Let's view it from back here. Because I saw someone get a less than ideal flight. Yeah, just a little further behind. But JJG with the perfect flight into the perfect plastic bounce, just clean. So yeah, cool map, very, very cool map. I guess it's more of a puzzle map because this last way that's the fastest was very hard to find. But now we go to the fast map. Fast map, Again, like the slow map is probably not going to be super interesting. I can't imagine there's any like crazy. Hold on, we're gonna view from front. I can't imagine there's anything crazy you can do, but maybe jump onto the roof there? No, okay, it's just clean, landing, jump towards the finish. So yeah, just very precision based. Certainly not a bad map, but you know, it's pretty clear what you need to do from the onset. So let's move on to the final map. And this is the wet wood map. I do enjoy wet wood, so I'm kind of interested to see how fast you can go. I did see a strat, I think it's from Grenadi's stream. You go a little slower in the water to get wetter wheels so you slide better. But yeah, oh my god. Getting a little zoop there by bouncing off the side of the road is kind of a crazy strat. I'm shocked Harvey won this over, I assume second place is Curiosity because he is so far ahead. No, not even. Who is that? Is it Blue Jinx? I think it's Blue Jinx. No, it's Curiosity. No. Is this driver? This driver was so far ahead. This driver is literally 10, like, probably like 2/10 ahead, but just lost it all in the finish. Just didn't get a, you know, full slide into the finish. So it's really unfortunate. Because this run was so clean on the start. I mean, look at this, and just it didn't get the tight line into the finish. But yeah, that's gonna do it for week 20. We can take a look at the winner really quick, I suppose. So Giuliano winning. I think all the top 5 of this is the leaderboard here. I know we're missing JJG, but JJG won this one. That's how, because he wasn't in the top 5 of any of the other ones. But that is week 20. Congrats to Giuliano. We're gonna move on to 21. Alright, let's see. Summer Drive, our wide map. Definitely looks very wide. Okay. A large jump. Another big wide turn. Alright. It's looking like a pretty simple map. Barely get the auto time there. Let's see what we can do to improve it. We can turn off boosts. I don't need that. Kinda want to full speed it, but I'm pretty sure drifting's better there. So yeah, this is definitely gonna be a precision map. Like a lot of the O1s have been. So probably not any secret strats. Certainly doesn't look like it. It's just gonna come down to how clean you can get your run. And my precision's not the greatest, I'll be honest. Oh, I was really hoping to get onto the hill, but it's just a little too slow. I think it's almost certainly better to go as wide as possible. Well, maybe not as wide as possible, but you want to go a little wide so you have enough speed to just cleanly get onto that hill instead of bouncing like I have been doing so far. Like, go back here. Maybe that's enough? Oh, but now I'm too slow because it took more time. Interesting. This one's certainly not gonna get over the crest of the hill. I mean, it has to be faster. Like, I just need to do like a shorter drift here. I could still do this. Oh, that was close. That was really close to being it. I mean, the time is certainly a lot stronger, but it it has to be. You have to be able to go faster there. If you can just reach over the crest of that hill, you're so golden. Like, see? That's another 10th, and that wasn't a clean run. Actually, I do want to take a look for 1 second. What's happening on the crest? So if you land here, it'll like jump you right into the finish at like a nice angle. So the goal is just going to be landing right on the edge of this hill here. I think is how you get the best time. I don't know if I'll be able to do it, but we're certainly going to try. I think you can get a sub 19 if you do it. Especially since my starts aren't the most precise, so I'm probably losing at least a 10th on the start. Just a little too much. You see, I'm just slightly too fast to do what I'm talking about. Which means I'm drifting too little? I don't know. Sub 19 is certainly calling to me though. I think that's like the barrier of what's a decent time here or not. See, that one was too slow, I drifted too much. This one, oh, I touched the wall there. That's kind of crazy. I think that one was almost certainly too fast though. Close. Almost had it. Maybe just like 5 more speed and it would have made it there. But yeah, this is definitely as precision map as a precision map will be. Like, that was really, really close. Okay, I think this is actually a better start than my starts have been. Yeah. I'm worried I'm too fast though. Well, even if I'm too fast, ooh, just barely not PB. I didn't drift long enough to get the good line, but I drifted longer than my PB did, so I was slower in the end. Alright, come on. This might do it. It's close. It was very close. Just a little too fast. That one I didn't start. I drifted way too late. And that was a really good start too. So it's a shame. Alright, this one I drifted too much. I can guarantee. Oh! Maybe I didn't. That was really close. This one, I drifted too little. Barely too little. Or actually barely too much. I touched the top of the hill. Like, we're so very close to getting it. Watch I be saying all this and it's gonna be slower if I get the hill like I've been saying. Which I mean is, I suppose is possible, right? Nah, too close to the pole. This is pretty slow, and I'm going right into the pole. Okay, really good start actually. Oh, I didn't get a drift. Started it too early. Alright, we're gonna do just a few more and we're gonna move on. Definitely not the worst, you know, wide map that we've seen for weekless shorts. Although I did enjoy last week's quite a bit more. Last week's was just really solid. Okay, this one's too fast, so I'm just gonna go like so. Actually, maybe I shouldn't have air braked because I think if I didn't air brake, I would have dodged the top of that hill. Alright, last one, and we'll move on. This one has to be fast enough, right? That is a PB, I suppose. My score is just gonna increase rapidly. We'll leave that as a neutral. It's fine. It's fine. Alright, Mountain Cliff is our slow map. I see multiple paths, which I think is a good sign, probably. Ooh, what is going on here? Oh, we gotta reset. The angle of my respawn was horrible. Oh, interesting. Okay, okay. Let's just work on seeing the map, and then we'll, these respawns have been horrible. Yeah, work on finishing the map, and then we can judge how we're supposed to be taking this. Definitely interesting. Lots of hops in between, you know, different paths. I have to imagine that going left here is faster, which is Also why it's the harder path. Because if you go right, you have to take a bunch of the grass. Yeah, no, there's no way that's... There's no universe that's faster. It's just this way's a bit harder. Alright. Slight improvement. Haven't one-shot the AT, so the AT is not free. So it's probably not that difficult. Because my runs so far have not been very clean. Okay, this runs... Oh, never mind. I was gonna say this runs a bit better, but then I got that bounce. That bounce was deadly. Okay, you want to go as low as possible. Because that also sets up for a better line. The real trick is picking up the checkpoint in a way that you can get onto the following turn full speed still, while avoiding the grass. Ooh, bounce again. Not as bad as the last one though. I wonder if it's possible to pick up multiple boosters there, because it seems like they're separated. So if you come at an angle, maybe you can pick up multiple. Okay, slight PB. Still 2/10 behind, oh, slightly more than 2/10 behind author time. So our goal here is just gonna be trying to pick that up before we have to move on, I suppose. Ooh, that's really slow. Slower, but I'm ahead on pace. Can't tell if I picked up multiple there or not. I actually kind of want to experiment. So if I have a run that gets there that's not very fast, we'll just try it. That jump wasn't great. If I had a better jump there, that's probably author time. This is slow. No, I don't think you get multiple boosters. Let's see. Nah, yeah, it's connected. I don't know why it looked disconnected to me. 5 minutes in, halfway through our allotted time, and we still don't have the auto time. It did seem like the auto time in the last one wasn't super free either. Obviously I one-shot it, but it seemed at least more in line with what you'd expect it to be. And of course this one is a bit harder, so I wonder if Nadeo's listening to, you know, the community feedback that the auto times are too easy now. Because there's definitely, in the beginning, the auto times were a bit harder. And then they adjusted them to be easier because when they're super hard, the records are only secret after, you know, the auto time barrier. So any times before that weren't kept secret, you could see them. And when the auto time's only like maybe a few tenths behind the world record, that makes it significantly easier to see strats that can be done. So it kind of made like the whole secret thing pointless. So I understand why they made the auto times easier, but then they made it like way too far in the other direction, where the auto time was pretty much completely free. But this one seems like a nice balance, where it's not free, but it's not absurd. Oh, that was a good run. It just completely failed the little turn there. This one too. It's gonna come down to these following sections. Oh, solid time. I'd say that's pretty good. Try a few more, I suppose. Again, I think this is another map where sub 19 is probably going to be the barrier between like a really good time or not. Which does make sense. Yeah, we'll do like 3 more runs, and then move on. I do like this one though. This is pretty good for the short tracks. It's like a nice platforming track actually. It's not, I feel like a lot of the slow tracks, they've been like tech, but it's just like one tech turn. Which, I don't know. I can't say I'm crazy for that. This one's definitely more interesting though. Also, I don't know how I got that one run so clean, because now my runs are like half a second behind. I think just the start was really good. Like it kept so much time going into there. I think we're gonna move on. I'll give that a plus. I do enjoy the platforming aspect of this track. So this is the puzzle slash pathfinder. Looks like pathfinding, but let's take a look and find out. So far, no checkpoints. No checkpoints, which is slightly disturbing. Like all the alarm bells in my head are ringing right now from the lack of checkpoints. Like this is the basic path, and you can definitely get auto time with that, but no checkpoints is crazy work. Get the turbo there and go around, but I feel like there's another way up here, right? Like, what if you go... Can't get in this. Oh, hold on, I did see something. Say that, and I just crashed right into a wall. Like... Oh, what's the best way to get there? This way? Well, that path. What about that path? What's up, JJE? I hope you do well at Sector X today. Because I don't want to compete with you to qualify again. Ooh, this goes behind the finish. Alright, I mean, that's a bit faster. But I feel like I'm still missing something. Like, there's probably a fast way to get up here. It's my gut feeling. That's definitely slower than going the back way. Like, can he... Oh, I don't know. Is there a path like this way? Hold on, I gotta go cam 7 it. Oh, there's a path up here. Go left, and this way jump onto this road. Is that faster than the back way? Maybe. It's kind of close. It seems pretty close in my opinion. Alright, there's no other tomfoolery though, right? There's no like path on the floor that I need to worry about. I guess we can look at the finish and work backwards from there. Doesn't... What is this? Excuse me, what is this? How do you even get there? Hold on. Kowalski analyze. How do you get here? What is this? This looks like the fastest way. I just don't understand how you get here. Like, you'd want to come from here at like super high speed, but can't, as far as I can tell. Right? I'm not crazy for saying that. So it'd have to be from here. Jump. No, that doesn't make sense. Alright, let's investigate the back way. I'm getting too obsessed with this road that I can't even figure out how to get onto. Ooh, okay. This way might be faster, but it's gonna be really hard to take it fast. Like, I have to slow down so much to get on there without crashing. Like, I did that really slow and it was not that far behind my PB. So that's kinda terrifying. Although I wonder if it's faster to go here and then... No, it's a little too far to jump onto the road from there. Yeah, taking that corner at high speeds is going to be really tough because of that thing in the corner blocking you from just jumping the corner a bit. Maybe PV? Yeah. Slightly better. I don't know, that one path though, that one jump I saw that goes right into the finish is just, it's wrinkling my brain. I can't stop thinking about it because if we can get there, that jump into the finish is so clean. Unless I touched the wall, otherwise that might have been PV. That was kind of slow. And that jump was terrible. Oh. I think this is the fastest way out the ways I've done so far though, so we're gonna keep trying it with this one. Unless I get some inspiration on how to reach that other path. Actually, wait. Jump. No. For some reason I thought there might be a ramp there. No. No. Okay. Okay. We're good on that front. Just like, how do you get here? Right? There's no way you can take the jump this angle. It's impossible. But then down this way. No. No, that doesn't make sense because once you get here, just lining up for that jump anyway. I mean, it could be a trick. Certainly possible. Oh, I bounced. I couldn't steer to get the end line. That run was good too. This run seems solid. Yeah. Seems solid because it is solid. Alright, we can do like 2 more runs and then gotta move on. I definitely feel like I'm missing something now. Like there's some path I'm not seeing. Also, I feel like if you do it super clean, you can just jump here. Something like that. So if you're improving on this path, you probably want to go... Obviously not crashing the side there, but... definitely want to jump that way. Alright, I'm just gonna take one last look. One final look around. No, I don't see a way you can get here. I just don't. Yeah, we gotta move on. We're using up too much time. Definitely a plus map though. Paths are interesting. But I feel like I'm missing one. There just has to be one I'm missing. Alright, this is our fast map. Seems like you have to drift on this one. Which normally don't on these maps. But I just can't imagine a world where you get a reasonable line into that checkpoint without drifting. Or this one, for that matter. Oh, that jump I messed up. Maybe, no, then you're too fast over here, so you have to drift anyway. Too fast for that too. Alright, this is definitely slow, but just want to get off the time here. You want to jump, if you have enough speed, you want to jump to the left there, I think. This run doesn't, but slightly faster, you jump right into the left there and you drift into the finish. Or maybe even with the speed you can, but you have to go in between that thing there. That's kind of evil, because trying to do that, get it at an angle on plastic where you won't just hit it. Or maybe just jump right to the finish. Maybe if you're that fast, you just go jump into the finish like that. Alright. Let's run it back. Clip it a bit there, so I'm pretty slow. I'm very slow now. We're just gonna go up here. Alright, this one has a free auto time. I think the last one is maybe a little, well, it wasn't free on the last one, but it's definitely easier. This one's very easy. I can tell you straight up. That's okay though, because weekly shorts are about having strats that can be hidden, you know? Not about the off time. Alright, we're taking a lot of speed here. Maybe this will be enough to jump to the finish. Ooh, that tree! It was still a lot faster than my run. But we lost maybe half a second hitting that tree. But I think that's a strat. I think that's a strat barring anything crazy on the start. Like maybe on the start you could go like backwards. And then jump. I don't know about that though. And go this way. No. No. That. And how are you gonna do the jump after? The ramp is just like in a horrific spot at that point. But yeah, I think you just take speed, keep taking speed, and then you get a good drift there, and you just make a jump right to the finish. You just ignore everything else. Jump right to the finish, and pray don't hit a tree or that little arch or anything. Like maybe if you get enough speed there, you can land on the top of the hill. And that makes the follow-up drift so much easier. Should have drifted harder. It's okay. Not really. Alright. Our goal here is to get a clean run where we don't smack the tree. That was too fast. I jumped because I tried to crest the hill with too much speed. When I didn't drift hard enough. This one's way too slow. Like, it got to that checkpoint really fast, but then you're too slow to make the jumps you need to. Like, I do feel like the strat in the beginning is if you can get enough speed to just jump to the top of the hill, that's like the ideal way, but it's just a little too far for me. Like, getting to the top of that hill is tough. But if you can get up there with a lot of speed, you're golden. You just need to hit that follow-up jump. Drifted too much. Way too slow now. Almost PB'd still, and that run was very slow. Maybe? Alright, jump to the right of the tree. So not the best line in the end there, but I mean, it puts me top 35 in the world. I know it's still like the first like 10 minutes people were playing, but that makes me feel like I did something right. Because the other maps I was not. So that's cool. That time will not hold because this run can be improved so much, but it definitely makes me feel like I had the right strat there. Like that turn, you can definitely hit it with way more speed and you can jump to the left of the tree and just go right to the finish. But I think that's the way. I think that's the way you should do it. Yeah. All you need to do is get a good drift there onto the top of the hill. Alright. Well, I think on that note, plus, no bias. I actually think it's a fun speed track though. A little obstacle-y, you know. And had some drifts. Like, most of these speed maps do not have drifts. But this one you had to make some very solid drifts to get a good time like this. So yeah, plus, we'll move on. I don't know, maybe that time will hold a bit. Probably not, but it felt like a good time. So here's our LOL style map. We got Snow Car in the lumber yard. And it's just a lap around. Alright, I think we can go action key 4. So if we see on my little panel there that shows how hard I'm steering, now it's 80%. I think that's the way to go. Like, action key doesn't matter too much on road surfaces for Snow Car, but you do slide a little bit when taking sharp turns and with default steering on keyboard. And you just just want to take as little penalty grass as possible. So I had a bad ender, and I was half a second behind the author time. Alright, gotta remember to stay in the left there. I'm surprised this is the LOL map, because this feels more... I guess you could call it a slow map. Maybe that's just me talking shit about the snow car though. So this is definitely going to be a precision-based map. Maybe I'm missing... Alright, hold on. What if... I do this. Just say fuck the snow car. This is probably fast. This has to be faster. Oh my god. I do feel bad if you're a fan of the snow car, because it kind of makes this a fake snow car map. But, yeah. Snow car is just a lot slower than stadium car, sorry. Take this slow. Oh, there's an anti-turbo. Wait, there's an anti-turbo. Hold on. Can you even get under there as a snow car? Can. Oh, that changes a lot. That actually changes a lot. Because snow car is very good at keeping speed once it has it. Can I get under here too? Very interesting. Now it's debatable, right? Because if you go this way, you can't pick up this boosters. So yes, the snow car is slower than the stadium car. But can't pick up the boosters. The track forces you to jump quite a bit. The snow car is very good at keeping the speed you get from those boosters. Even though one's right by the end, so that doesn't matter too much. Like, you could also try and go forward while keeping the stadium car, but you have to go through so much penalty grass doing that. And this jump is just ugly. Alright, I mean, we can try it. Oh god, you lose like 5 seconds doing this. Just jumped too far. The stadium car is actually too fast. Oh my god. Yeah, so forward with stadium car is definitely not the way. Backwards with stadium car, I could see a universe. This is the correct way to go. But this jump in particular is just really awkward. I don't know. Maybe it is a snow car map. Very clever. I'm gonna trick some gamers who hate the snow car into trying to drive it with the stadium car. pretty confident now that snow car is faster. Also, you can probably, with that speed from the booster here, you can probably jump that stump, which has been ruining so many of my runs. Just a matter of squeezing out just a little more speed. Oh no, I hit the roof. But yeah, as for what I think of this map, I like it. I actually do like it. My biggest problem is I'm not really sure if this should be, you know, the LoL style map. I feel like maybe it's more appropriate for it to be the slow map. Right? I don't think I'm crazy for saying that. Oh, I lost some speed to sliding there. Unfortunate. Alright, we got a few more minutes before a couple of the day starts. I have a feeling it's going to be a tech map today, for a couple of the day. I don't know why. I lost speed there because they landed awkwardly, I think. And you want to go to the right of the tree there. I'm not a snow car master though. If you're trying to max out this map, do not take strats from me. Just the very basic things like, oh, the turbo's there. Left of the tree's better. Okay, slight PB. Let's try and get one more before we run out of time. Also, I probably should have noticed that this map is called High Boost. Probably would have made me figure out that the boosters were under the carts way earlier. Alright, so good time here is going to be an 18, I think. This will be our last run, and we're going to switch over to Cup of the Day server. Although I do think maybe there's more hidden boosters here. Right? Very possible. Alright. That looked like it could have been PB, but wasn't. I'll give it a plus. I think it's the wrong category. I'm still gonna give it a plus. Alright, Necrotopia. Now that was last week's. That's right. I think I accidentally... Oh no, I remember this one. I crashed horrifically first round yesterday. Very unfortunate, but you know, it happens. I actually did get Div 1 in Cup of the Night this week. It was the map with the big cut. If you know, you know. I managed to hit it clean, and it was just enough to qualify for Div 1. And then I managed to hold it down. I got like 24th or something like that. Best result ever. So that's that felt pretty good. Even if maybe you can argue that, you know, using the cut, maybe I don't deserve to didn't deserve to qualify for Div 1. But you know, take what you will out of that. So I'm interested to see what it is today, because I guess yesterday's was a little bit of a tech map, so I wouldn't be shocked if it's another dirt or grass map. Maybe it's ice. I actually have this gut feeling it's gonna be ice or bob. I hope it's not bobsleigh. If it's bobsleigh, that'd be very bad for me. Nothing back the way we came. Looks like sausage. Alright, let's see it. Now it's tech. It's tech with a few transitions and other stuff, I think. Actually, maybe it's not tech. Seems a little wide. Maybe it's closer to like a speed fun style. I'm just trying to categorize this map, but you know, map is a map. It doesn't seem too hard to drive, and I haven't crashed yet. Alright. Oh wow. I didn't think that run was that bad. I'm way behind gold. I gotta see the GPS now. I think it is just a skill issue, but I have to see it now. Yeah, I'm drifting too much. You can take so many of these turns without drifting, or just getting auto slides like that. I see. Alright. So, we just gotta... Yeah, this is definitely a speed fun map, by the way. You just have to be brave and not drift. I don't even know if he drifted a single time. Also, that landing's insane. Like, what is wrong with you going for a landing like that? Alright. Now, a lot of the time I lost is to not taking this turn full speed, so... See, I'm gaining so much speed because I'm not drifting. Hit the wall there, that's okay. We're gonna keep the run going. We need to practice this track a bit, get a feel for these turns. Because the faster I can take these turns, the faster the time will be. I thought that was like a little platform I could stay on the bottom there. This wall ride's a little funky. Like, it feels like it's trying to force you onto that top wall there. There we go. Okay. Let go of the throttle a bit. Alright. Precision start. Precision start. We need to get this start down. The better we get the start down, the more runs we get. I'm gonna drift there because I did not hit a good angle. Might drift here because I'm gonna crash if I don't, unfortunately. Ideally we don't drift. Alright, hold left. Oh. I like canceled my slide, but I probably should have just kept it going. Run would have been solid too. Not like crazy. I don't even know if it would have been gold. But it would have been a good start to improve upon. I just let go of the throttle there instead of drifting. That was a drift. Because I'm a coward and scared of that turn. But we gotta improve our PV a bit. And we can work on individual parts like that. That turn too shallow. Okay. Nope. Not sharp enough on the landing. I did end up drifting there, and it didn't matter. Okay, let go of the throttle a bit. A little drift there. Out things where not doing the right thing in this run, so that I can improve upon it on the next run. We are halfway through our quality time. We still have yet to hit a decent run without like a shitload of drifts. Because our initial run, we got to the end without crashing, but we lost so much speed to drifting turns we didn't have to drift. This turn is tricky. This could still be PB if I hit the rest of the run clean like this. Not a good PB. Obviously, had to respawn, but it is a PB. Okay. It's actually good to know that we can't save it that way. I actually didn't have to drift there at all. Like, I had the right angle. I just drifted because I was scared. Okay. Saved this run, kind of. I had to lose a lot of speed to do it, but let's go right to the finish and take our PB. Almost gold. Almost gold, and we really messed up that one turn. There, just a little let go of the gas for a sec. Good line there. Did a little drift there because I'm pretty sure I would have crashed with the out drift. Alright, will get us our goal. Now we're only a second and a half behind off the time. And now off the time, I had to look at the GPS from the start because my run was. I didn't think my run was so bad. It was so far behind. I was like, what did I do wrong? And I was like, oh, duh. It's a speed fucking track. I shouldn't be drifting at all. Right? Equal start. Interesting. Did take that turn bad. That's alright. If we hit this following turn without drifting, we probably gain back our lost time. Because that's definitely the biggest error I had in my PB is I drifted that turn because I hit it at an angle where I had to in order to not crash. I had to drift again. Very, very slight drift, but I did have to drift. And it does cost speed. Okay. Seems solid though. This part's scary. We can actually get through it. Another PB. We're just a little over a second behind off the time now. Our start was slow, learning this map, but I think we understand it now. I think we're kind of comfortable. I think my biggest problem is I didn't understand the kind of map it was. We get one more PB, we're in a pretty solid div. Maybe a too high div for my skill level, but we'll deal with that when we get there. No, I went too wide there. Way too wide. I shouldn't have drifted there. I think I would have made it without drifting, but because I drifted, I ended up going too wide, weirdly enough. Alright, we only got time for like a run. One more clean run. I didn't think I'd not crash the pillar. I like zoned out because I thought for sure it's crashing the pillar. We're running out of time. We're running out of time. Gotta run. Got a PB or I won't make it. Nope. Yep. That's it. So I think right now I'm in Div 11. I think. 64 times 10 is Div 10. And one past that, so it looks like I'm Div 11, which I think is a new PB for me in Couple of Day. That's cool. Assuming I'm right. Assuming I'm right, of course. So even if we perfectly crash our first run, We can still be a bit proud of ourselves. Trackmania Arson. Give me the Joker flashbacks. Alright, here we go. Let's find out what div we're actually in. This is div 11, yeah, new PB. I think my best div before is div 14, so. Feels good, especially after getting div 1 earlier this week. I did one earlier this week, which also felt pretty nice. So even though it's top of the night, getting 24th overall, that felt pretty good. Especially after watching AR down crash in front of my eyes the first round and just exploding into the sun. Oh, what the? Oh, what happened there? That was weird. Oh. Uh-oh. Well, we can try and join again. I don't know if it'll let me back in. Couldn't contact server. Yeah, I think the Dea's service exploded. Right as I get div 11 too. How unfortunate is that? They knew I PB'd and they just they had to keep me down. Alright, so let me connect now, but I think it's just gonna connect to the server. That's just people running the track, not the actual track of the day. Or it says waiting for match. Join. Contacting server. Is there hope? Ah, let me join. Let me join. Trust. The server's real. I was there. I was there. Oh no. This might be the way the stream ends. Stream ends in a tragedy right after victory. Div 4 working, interesting. So it seems not all the servers crashed. No one can join. Man. You ain't div 4, buddy. I wonder if the earlier div servers, or the higher div servers work because they loaded first. I feel like if one server crashes, they all crash, presumably, right? I don't know. I don't know. It was a fun map too. What a shame. What a way to end stream. Alright, this is top 159 now, just have to check. Oh, of course Grenadi has the PV here, the world record. Yeah, my times are solid for Discovery, I guess, but especially this one. But gonna slide off in a bit. But we're gonna have to see what the records look like next week, and hopefully next week Cup of the Day works. But until then, keep hunting those tracks. We'll have to see how our times improve. But this is the end of the stream. See y'all next week.